Coming at you from Submarine Studios, this is Rage Across the Internet, your Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. As always, I'm your host, Porter. To my left, we've got producer Joey.
Hey, guys.
Over to my right, we got number 4 himself. What's up, Tom?
What's up?
And across, via the magical properties of the internet, we've got Daniel Tyson at his home. How you doing, Daniel?
Ayo.
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 That's how we're doing, everybody.
Apparently.
Oh, hey.
Little pirate-esque,
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm okay
Ayo.
with it. I'll allow it.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we got the
Ayo.
four of us here. Okay.
Oh, hey.
You know we're live, right? We're recording.
Oh, oops.
Oh,
Hey.
he was still doing his mic setup.
Oh, was he? This
Yeah.
is we intend for people to hear this.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy.
he was auditioning for a Stallone biopic the other day. So
Ayo.
Oh, okay.
Ayo.
That's what that was about.
I like it.
So hey, episode 26. We got through the first 25.
Yeah.
How about that?
And, they still keep coming. It's amazing.
They're gonna.
I can't believe you guys listen to us.
They haven't shut us down yet.
Oh, hopefully they listen to us harder and more, because we got some cool shit coming in the future. There's already ideas brewing, but first things first.
Okay.
Today, our concert.
Our
We're putting on a
concert.
concert.
Yes.
Oh my god! It's going to be the
Mistake Town album?
yes, the Mistake Town album. It's a rap battle featuring Daniel Tyson
And
Nope.
Meatwad?
and Tommy 4,
I like how
Where-
3's gone.
where they rap battle the litany.
Oh, I'm actually into this
Yeah,
now.
that's
I'm into this
that
now.
might be my favorite idea.
I love that idea, and we can
Stay
sell
tuned. It'll be
tickets.
episode 30.
It might be. It's going to take you guys some time to work on that shit.
Yeah.
I do not love this idea.
Oh, come on.
Get excited. You got time to get pumped.
Yes, you
But
do.
no, our contest, though, is the real word that I meant. Our contest is over. And because of how recording works and how days work, and we're not actually live, we can't tell you who won because it hasn't happened yet. However,
Future us got to worry about that shit.
that's true. Congratulations to our winners, and whoever you are, your names are going to appear on the front page of our website. And that's, where is that, Joseph?
That is www.rageacrosstheinternet.com.
That's correct. That's where you find it. That's where you find us.
That's where you find us.
And that's where you find the winners of the contest. So congratulations to our first and second prize winners. We're going to have that $10 credit and that $5 credit for Drive-Thru RPG sent to you directly. You'll probably already have it in your inbox. And thanks for playing. We're going to look to the future and see what's going to happen from then. We don't know yet, but conclusion of our first contest. Boom.
All right.
More contests coming.
Maybe.
Eventually.
Maybe.
We don't know.
It's the future.
Yeah,
That's future us problems right now. We're
it's
not-
so bright. No one has sunglasses. We can't. There's no shades. We can't do anything.
There's no shade.
We got to focus on this rap battle coming up.
Oh, that's going to be good.
It is going to be good. Something
Oh,
else
boy.
to announce, though, is today is the first day of our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were given a beta key, and I know a lot of people those were handed out shortly after we got the email going here. You can have it.
Yes.
So that feels a little weird.
Well,
But they did email us, though.
Yes, they contacted us, so that was kind of neat.
Yeah, so the Werewolf the Apocalypse, Howl of the Forest.
Heart.
Heart of the forest.
Who?
Heart.
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Owl?
What?
Owl? How many licks does
I
it
never
take?
made it without biting.
A
Freezing.
1, a 2, a 3.
Oh.
Oh, do I have heat stroke? What happened?
Don't know. We're going to have to go get Porter number 2 out of the van.
You know, I
Oh, wait, no. He's got the lush right
Yeah, I don't know why you
I've
think
never seen that.
keep him in a van.
It's Werewolf the Apocalypse, Heart of the Forest.
That's correct. We can't even ADR that. That's not getting fixed. I just look like an
Nope.
ass. Sorry, guys.
It would be kind of cool if it was Howl of the Forest or In the Forest, but you know they chose what they chose.
Blood of more blood.
Yeah. Order you hack.
Part 2 coming soon.
The point is, I didn't take the beta key was the thing. That's how you know that. We had a discussion around the group, and we gave it to Danny.
Yep.
They were handing them out. We could have got more, but we knew there was a finite number, and it felt kind of scummy
One
to
for the
go
group
scoop
of
up
us.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
we
for
all
the
did it
group of
together
us.
anyway.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that is what's on our channel right now, is we did a Let's Play. It was me, Danny, and producer Joey. And we went through it once and had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Tom,
We made our own fun.
Tom was locked in the van.
Right, but they
forgot the key.
We misplaced it.
Well, thankfully they had a locksmith come out so I could be here for this.
I don't know if that's a fortunate or unfortunate.
I don't know. Well, it's not even true. I just hid the key because I was tired of his sass. If we didn't get a locksmith, I just unlocked it, and we told you that.
Soon to be number 5.
Yes.
You know,
yes, I
his
can
own
see
free
that
will.
coming.
But Tom, you couldn't be there, but you have watched it since.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is we're going to do our review of the game, of our, we thought there maybe talk a little other video games if there's time, and werewolf games. And you can go see that Let's Play on our YouTube channel.
And enjoy our shenanigans.
There's shenanigans.
It's good.
Yeah.
We read off the parts. We're having fun. We're being silly.
We're being us.
Yeah.
Bad accents.
Mispronouncing
Silly, bad
things,
accents.
sometimes intentionally, sometimes not.
A lot of times not.
A lot of times intentionally, though.
I can't say the name of that place, so it's that place.
Yeah.
I think something
and
was
then
called
this
Burger
place.
Time at one point.
Definitely go watch it. It's
There
a
is-
good laugh in some spots.
Yeah, we have fun, and that's the main thing. But we want to talk about that today.
And, honestly, if you couldn't get a beta key, you can see the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least one playthrough.
Yeah.
We do have other stuff in store for the YouTube channel. I know we want to put the episodes out there too,
Right.
because some people like that. I know we've got other plans, but that launches today. Woo!
Woo!
That'll be on the website, linking that off. But let's get to it. Werewolf the Apocalypse howls like Teen Spirit.
Even better name.
Okay. Okay, don't get us sued.
Even more of a reason I need to have a rap battle with him.
Yeah.
See?
He loves singing.
Yeah,
I don't.
you've got a
just did
song
it.
in your heart, buddy. You don't deny it.
It's amazing how often they're singing in the studio.
And in fact, we just heard. I think we all have now heard the September Patreon reward for the second tier,
Yes.
the blooper reel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much in that.
There's singing in that.
Yeah.
In fact, somebody that isn't in the studio currently raps twice, and it's not embarrassing at all.
I think it's 3 times.
Is it three?
It's 3 times.
Yes.
It's
MC
only
hat
3
trick
for the
over here.
Patreons.
Yes.
For Patreon, they only get 3 of them. I'm sure there's more.
Oh, there are.
So if you want to listen to that for some reason,
Join our Patreon.
this is the stuff. You've heard so far. This is stuff we didn't cut. So who knows what happens to the stuff that doesn't make
Imagine
the
what
air.
happens.
Everybody likes to laugh at other people's embarrassments.
It's a good dose of shut.
The problem is you guys aren't embarrassed.
if you can't laugh at yourself,
Exactly. No.
it is. It's totally embarrassing, but it's funny sometimes.
That bonus
Yes.
reel, that was hysterical.
So, but yeah, that's through our Patreon, and you can get those rewards up until the halfway point of the month. Mm-hmm. If you donate, that's for September.
Yep.
So we've got that. We've got our merch store, which we've got some stuff. We're going to be posting some pictures of some of that merch that people's orders have come in.
Yeah.
And if you get orders in, send us pictures of the merch. Share that with us. We can show other people. Hey, look.
It's real. People get it.
It is real. People get it, and see what they look like in person as opposed to just the mock-ups.
It's not just a picture of a coffee mug. You actually get
a
coffee mug.
You get cardboard too. It comes in a box.
Oh, sweet! Something for my dogs to play with.
See, look at that. It's like a bonus thing.
And cats boxes.
No, we don't sell cats.
No, but you get a free box with your order.
Yes.
And cats like boxes.
It's okay. Yes, they do. And
A free cat toy with every order.
Yes.
Exactly.
or if you have a bone gnar in your life.
It's a house.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's free lodging.
Nice.
Look at how we do things. This is how we do things
too.
here.
I was like, man, that's a house for somebody.
Yeah,
Nice.
So yeah, this is your first show. This is what they're all like. Holy shit! But what do you say?
You keep listening. I don't understand.
Yeah.
They keep coming back.
I know.
Hey, I'm down. I like it.
I listen to myself talk. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But
I
okay,
hate listening to myself talk.
let's get down to it. Heart of the Forest.
Yes.
I make my jokes. I don't know what the game's called. Heart of the Forest. Mm-hmm. It's a text-based adventure.
Correct.
Like so many of those choose-your-own adventure books when we were kids. It's a visual novel, I think is the term these days.
Yeah.
It's a little more upgraded than the old school stuff because you actually get visuals.
You do get visuals, which are, I guess we could start there.
Mm-hmm.
The visuals were really neat with the wolf pictures and how they had them integrated into
The forest.
the composition.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They had the one wolf picture that had two other wolves in it. And
As
that
the
was
ears.
Yeah,
the
ears.
Yeah, we talk about that in the playthrough.
Quite a lot.
And I'm sitting there wishing I was there because I was like, man, you could inception this. What if the ones on the ears had ones on their ears?
Oh.
Oh,
See?
goddamn.
See?
Oh, come on. I was trying to zoom in. I couldn't tell.
My head hurts now. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Oh, no problem. See, I wish I was there for that.
No, there was a lot of maybe esoteric might be the word.
Yeah.
In terms of the images of a very dreamlike quality to some of them. Mm-hmm. It was. I wouldn't say that they were certainly going for realism. They wanted that kind of surreal quality, especially in the beginning.
Yeah. It was very
I agree
surreal.
with that, 100%.
And now, to be clear, it's the first half hour. It's like the first chapter.
It's almost like a prelude.
It really is. If we were going
Right.
to run this, we're going to equate this to the actual game, to Werewolf. It is. It's like the beginning of a prelude.
Yeah. She, doesn't get anywhere near like a first change that I can.
That we saw.
Yeah, that we played through in the beta. So.
And that can be a problem. Nothing's perfect. But, and I know, Tom, you mentioned that it didn't feel like Werewolf to you.
No. I mean, I obviously didn't play it.
Right, but you did
just
watch.
watching you guys play it. Yeah, I sitting here. There's nothing Garu right now. Like, there's no Garu life in this. It's just it's rough to equate it. Like, okay, yeah, there was rage, there was willpower, and there was a health bar, and then you had some stats.
But it was not very Garu-esque.
Yeah.
No, it was very slow. It was a slow beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think maybe that if I was releasing a demo, I'd pick somewhere in the middle.
And why was there a health bar? Because there was nothing that happened with that health bar.
I will answer that right after Porter.
Oh.
Okay.
So, apparently...
I don't know anything about the health bar.
Oh, okay.
He played through it a few more times.
I played it a few more times, but I was going to let Porter finish his statement first.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, when we played it the first time, at the very end, you get certain stats. You can see your stat sheet.
Right.
And the different was cunning and brave and inspirational, spiritual. You got so many dots in that, and depending on what you did and your answers you picked to the game, that it decided which of the auspices you were at the end of the playthrough of the demo.
Yes.
I played through again, actually a few more times, just to see different answers and different kinds of, I want to say endings, but it was almost the same exact story every time. Mm-hmm. There were different responses. There were different options to pick, depending on what you picked previous. But when we played through the first time, your willpower went it went all the way down.
Yeah, there was one question that I answered and it just wiped it out.
It just, dropped it. And as you learn your, I guess, destiny of what you're trying to figure out through the forest, you were gaining the willpower back.
Well, it gained back 1 dot and then it wiped it out again.
Correct. And again, it was all depending on what your answer was at that time.
Right.
There was one of the playthroughs that I did, instead of wiping out my willpower, it was wiping out my health.
Oh.
So would it be fair to say that your mouth got you in trouble? Again? Is this a pattern?
Oh,
What
man, did I just set that up for you?
Yeah. There's a bow on it.
Here, Porter, alley-oop.
Oh. I don't have a basketball sound effect.
Yeah.
Swoosh.
Nothing but that. Wait.
No.
Sports and sports and sports and sports.
I know what question it was because I saw you guys freaking out about it, so I rolled back the video and I remember the question.
Okay.
It knocked out your willpower.
Yeah. It was interesting, but it was like, wait, what?
And that was kind of one of my concerns is, the auspice that it chose for you. Well, one, it doesn't even tell you it's an auspice. It doesn't even give you the name of the auspice. Mm-hmm. It just said, or for the playthrough that we did, it was, you're a seer, is all it said.
No.
That was
it was a storyteller. Storyteller was the one.
Okay. Yeah, you got storyteller,
yep.
Which obviously is implying as the Galliard.
Yeah,
but why didn't they just say Galliard?
Well, and I think that has to do with, ideally, you want as many people to play the game as possible.
Right.
And where they are in the story that they provided, Galliard's a nonsense word.
Mm-hmm.
And to I'm going to use the word normies, people who've never sat down and played, they don't know what the fuck a Galliard is either. So you can say storyteller, people can understand what that means, and then, for all we know, 10 minutes later into the game, they're going to go, we call that a Galliard.
I mean, I would hope so. I hope that's the idea of where they're going, because that would make a lot of sense.
But see, you figure they were giving away the beta keys, so they're expecting people maybe who have never played Werewolf the Apocalypse to play it. I can understand them going that way. But it's also why I was concerned with why they chose to start at the start for that half-hour demo. Because...
Why didn't you just show a Krynos in a battle?
Yeah, why don't you show us maybe where it's a bit more exciting?
Mm-hmm.
Like
shape-shifting.
Something to drag people in. I think about video game demo. What is a video game? What am I talking about? A lot of these demos won't start at the start. They'll start in, here's the middle of this dungeon.
Yeah.
So you get a feel of how most of the game's going to be. And maybe, I don't know, I felt it was an odd choice because it doesn't really tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
As an experienced werewolf player, I really wanted them to get to it. And I wanted those characters to stop beating around the bush and just say, "You're Garu, stupid." And that didn't happen.
But again, Garu is a made-up word.
Yes, it is. But they could have said werewolf. But werewolves don't appear in the first, in the demo.
I know. It's a werewolf video game where werewolves don't appear in the demo. But I think it's going after a different audience than is the, hey, here's a battle, here's a good hack and slash, action-packed, exciting thing. Because it is a virtual choose-your-own-adventure book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, certainly, but we've encountered plenty of examples of fiction, Breathe Deeply, When We Rage.
No.
Where it can be exciting and compelling, too, and this was the beginning, and there's nothing wrong with the beginning being a little slower.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I just felt it was an odd choice for a demo when you're hoping to grab people in.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, and I do agree with you. I just think that, maybe the whole game is slower.
I would hope not.
I hope not as well, but I don't know.
You gotta think of it like Porter's saying, though. It's an introduction to werewolf. They have to spoon-feed you everything in case you've never read a single book.
Well, that's something I'd like to touch down on, too, because, Dan, you bring up, you played multiple times, and the story didn't really change all that much. But
No,
you gotta
I mean, I
remember,
got a different character here or there, and I got maybe some different dialogue between different characters, but it stayed the same flow. It was
Right.
the same story.
well, one would hope, because you're at the beginning of the damn story. You have to set it up.
Right.
How much fluctuation can you really have in the beginning of a story when you have to set these are your characters? This is your setting. It's the basic shit. You can't
You can't
You
mess
can't go
around
nuts
with
with
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be you take a left and now you're at the Sept of the Maldi block. That's not how the first chapter of anything works.
Oh boy.
At least it shouldn't, everybody.
No. Bad storytelling.
You know.
Well, that's
so-
the other thing that got me watching you guys play through it is I felt there wasn't enough options.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That
it
was gonna be my
very
next point.
limited.
Yeah.
It's very limited on what you get to choose at first.
And there
But don't get me
was-
wrong, you are setting it up, but when it's filling in your character sheet with dots,
Yeah.
that's where it's like, oh, but there should be a little more. There's a few where you get the 3 answers, but all 3 of those are pretty close to each other. They're not a huge difference.
No, I don't disagree. I just think that is a symptom of it being the beginning of the game. And I'm willing to believe that as the game progresses, because again, the start has to be the start.
Right.
Yeah.
That you know, when you get into chapter 2, that branches out more because you have the freedom to do it because you've established the shit you need to establish.
But there was that one question that I really didn't like either. There was only 2 answers, and
You
it
don't
was
want
like,
either of 'em.
yeah, it was like sad or panic. No, I'm mad.
That I remember.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember it.
Yep, and that was, yeah, and Tom said it, you wish there was more options, and that's why I did a couple more playthroughs. You know, and I picked one, I did a playthrough, probably the last one I did, and I purposely picked the answers that were supposedly the mad answer. Like
Okay.
what makes this person mad, or like the huff and puff kind of answer.
Sure.
Knowing that the end result was most likely going to be the Auron.
Okay.
No,
Was
and they
it?
called it the Warrior of the Full Moon.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
So, yeah.
And I did that on purpose, only picking those answers, and that's exactly what I got.
Okay.
But I think that says something. I mean, I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
that was my
you-
point.
You
It-
wanted
it's
to
a
be
good
the Ahroun,
sign.
and you got the Ahroun, which
Right.
tells us that they're not just making shit up.
Right.
That this is going somewhere, even if it started slow, even if during the demo there are no werewolves. You know, if you're sitting there scratching your head going, what are you guys doing? Well, look, they're paying attention to the choices. They're making them stick. If you want to be the Ahroun, they know what that means and they know what that entails.
Agreed.
So that's good. But
But
Danny's got a but.
again, there wasn't enough
Yes, he
options.
does.
Because if let's say I wanted to go the Philodox route, there wasn't enough options for me to know that I was going to pick that route.
I'll agree there.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
how I felt about Ragabash.
Right.
There's like nothing there to be cunning and tricky.
And that's did you get a Philodox or a Ragabash?
No, neither. I got the Seer of the Crescent Moon.
You should say those.
Yeah, you can say.
Right.
Yeah.
We know what these
The-
words mean. You can say them here.
Well, I'm just saying because I wrote them down because that's what we were doing. We were playing.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
Prepared.
the Warrior of the Full Moon, which is the all-round, and then the Storyteller one.
Which,
Mm-hmm.
spoiler, we got.
Yeah.
We did that
Right.
together.
Yes. But even then, right before it tells you, you can look at that stat sheet again, and all those dots on the page, they're all different each time. You know, the brave, inspiring, analytical, spiritual, cunning. So the dots were different every time.
Well, and that sounds right to me. I'm perfectly at peace with that. I want to know what the hell they do, what they're used for.
Right.
Yeah.
It's again when I talk about why I find it odd they chose to use the beginning, because again you have rage, you have willpower, you have health, you have these stats that are not stats. They're not real stats. They don't.
No, they don't exist in the actual game.
Right. They don't match a character sheet. These are stats for this game, and that's fine. But now you don't know what they really do. You don't know how they're used. And again, so I think picking somewhere later in the game would have been a better idea, so you could see how these things function.
Well, it
Now-
also is early beta, so they might just be showing you like, hey, this could be how it functions.
That's true. It could be.
Yeah.
That's the
Now-
hope.
Now,
I hope they take that and see what people are looking for and use that. Because, again, yes, it's the demo, it's the beta, hopefully those designers and the producers of the game will see that
Well,
and kind of open it up.
And the the health, the willpower, the rage, that would fluctuate, yes. So that's that's proven to move. The dots on the page, can you lose those?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, those were moving too. Like, cause I had the spiritual, and then I made a different choice, and then the spiritual went down, but like analytical went up or something along those lines.
Well, I mean, those stats aren't going to be used to roll, obviously. I'm thinking those stats are just to get your auspice. That's what those stats were. Because if they're fluctuating like that through the story, like he's saying, that's to get to your auspice. So wherever you are with the dots, gets your auspice.
It could be, but those could be used for something down the line. I mean, maybe this is you're in the prelude of the character, if you will.
Yeah.
You're not at a rite of passage yet. You haven't had a first change yet, so maybe it's compiling all those to build stats, which will help you decide. Think about The Witcher. Mm-hmm. Okay, Witcher 3, I think, is a good example. Because I know, Tom, you've been playing that recently. And Danny, I know you've played that.
Absolutely.
And Producer Joey, I know you watched the show on Netflix.
Yes.
Okay.
Close enough.
So in the game, you have the spells you can use during some of the dialogue options. Mm-hmm. Like if your whatever stat is high enough, you can use this spell and mind control the dude instead of negotiating or trying,
Okay.
So maybe it's similar. That during this beginning thing, like, hey, if your cunning's high enough, maybe you can try to steal or to lie. Or if your brave's high enough, you can try to, muscle through and go, hey, shut up, give me the thing. Maybe that's the way that's going to work.
Yeah.
But it sure would have been nice to get an example of that during the demo so we wouldn't just be speculating.
Right.
But it's also beta. It's super early. I mean,
that's
okay.
Right.
So when Mai goes through her first change, and becomes Garou, well, she already is Garou, but what?
Porter's got his hand raised.
What if Maya isn't a Garou and it's a misdirect and it's that Anya chick?
Oh God!
The one with 4 lines and who sometimes is in scenes and sometimes isn't.
Oh.
What if she's just kinfolk?
Like, what if misdirect? That's her. It's a new main character.
What if Maya's just kinfolk?
What if she's Spiral in disguise?
Oh my God.
What if she's 2 spirals taped together?
Okay, can I get
At first I was like, is Daniel a spiral?
Two spirals taped together.
Daniel as in one of the characters in the game,
yes.
not Daniel Tyson.
No,
and then there's the Colonel to factor in.
The Colonel.
Cornell.
You're going to have to watch the playthrough, guys.
Yes, you guys need to watch the playthrough.
Okay, so when the character who becomes a werewolf actually becomes a werewolf, does like the willpower bar, health bar, rage bar, like does that increase?
You would assume.
I would hope.
She's only got Hamid stats right now, so you hope.
Well, she's got a lot of potential, a lot of rage, too much rage for Hamid, but also, we went through our playthrough without any willpower for most of it, so I don't think she's changing anyway.
Well, because her one answer to a question basically almost is like breaching a veil.
That was a tough question. It took a
She
lot
wanted
out
to
of
tell.
her.
She wanted to tell somebody about all of her dreams of werewolf stuff.
But
That's going to take a lot of willpower to tell someone about a creepy dream, that vivid dreams you're having.
Oh man, you guys. I'm just kidding.
like a complete stranger on a bus, and that's fine. But would those stats go up, like the amount she could have?
Well, hopefully it turns into another. It's like your regular character sheet. You get perms and temps.
Well, you know what I'd like to see, actually? I mean, bringing that up. What if it fluctuated based on your auspice?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually
like it's
fair.
supposed to.
Yeah.
Because instead of dealing temps and perms, right? You go, okay, well, the Ragabash can have 3 rage. The Ahram, that bar gets extended to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how they plan to do it.
That would be neat.
It would simplify it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it would also show a difference between the auspices.
Right.
Thurge wants a Gnosis, but you didn't see a Gnosis bar.
No.
There wasn't a Gnosis
But maybe
bar.
because you haven't had your first change, maybe that appears.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe there's Gnosis.
Gnosis.
You're just going to keep just changing the words up.
Hey.
Did you listen to the playthrough?
I did. It was pretty good.
It was kind of...
The forest guy called Punchki quite a bit.
The Punchkis.
It's a free-for-all, man. Like, we did the review when I started calling it the wrong thing. That was for a bit, by the way, you guys, but come on.
You guys will enjoy it. Just go listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch. Go watch.
And listen. I mean, I didn't watch the video. I listened.
Aww.
Why?
The point is
It's
we're
on
having...
YouTube now.
Oh, no, you're going to watch it if it's on YouTube for sure.
Right.
I just needed to hear a thing for what we're doing here right now. So I did this at work, and I don't want a video playing on my computer screen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, sorry. I would have watched it. Don't get me wrong. I would have if I could have, but...
Any coworkers of Tom that are listening right now, keep an eye on him.
He was playing videos on his computer at work.
I was doing work.
So quick shout out to the folks at the Dildopolis warehouse, right?
Yeah. Just go take me back to the vein.
No, but clearly, I mean, we're having fun with it, and it's not necessarily...
I thought it was fun.
I was very intrigued. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
story's...
Yes.
It's well written. I'm
And
not even going to say
it's-
it's not. It is
Right.
well written.
The game has serious potential.
Agree with
And
Danny.
Yeah, yeah. And it's one of those, like,
We just hope that they expand it and extend it to what it needs to be
right.
for a Werewolf the Apocalypse game.
I mean, when it comes out, I'm gonna get a Steam account because I don't have one of those. Oops. And I'll buy it and I'll play it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I like what I've seen, but I want to see more.
Oh, right. Yeah,
You
when it
know?
ended, I was like, I want more.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wanted to keep playing it.
I
Even though I
was-
wasn't playing it. I wanted to play it.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to, like, progress and go on.
I think that's
So-
kind of the point of a demo and a beta, though. Like, they get you just a little bit in there and
Yeah,
make
it's
you
a
wanting
teaser.
more.
I mean, yeah, for what Porter was saying, for this being the prelude, the introduction, I'm still hooked. I
Yeah.
still want to see what is she going to change. I mean, I want to know what's going to happen.
I mean, it could be Anya that changes. We don't know.
Hey, speculation.
Yeah.
It could be Daniel. Daniel, who got
Yeah,
See,
what's
he's rapping
with-
again.
Whoa.
DJ Danny
What
T.
happened?
What did I do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Do we have a kerfuffle?
I had a
No.
kerfuffle. I pulled away too far because I didn't want to laugh into the mic.
Oh, no kerfuffles.
Excellent. I guess I'm the naysayer here, which I think should surprise
English.
no one. But I'm not the naysayer very hard.
Okay.
I've said it 30 times now. I think it was a bad choice to start at the prelude.
Yeah, and I can
It's-
understand that.
It's slow, and there's nothing wrong with it being slow, but I feel like that's not... If you're going to get people... You're going to get Werewolf... Fans of Werewolf are going to come anyway. Mm-hmm. Fans of Werewolf are going to
Just
show up.
Yeah, just with the name alone, they're going to come to this game.
They're going to go find me a fucking Werewolf game that wasn't canceled 11th hour.
Right,
This could be Werewolf Tic-Tac-Toe and people will play it because a Werewolf game was finally published.
I'd play it.
See,
I'd buy it.
so you're going to get the fans of the genre no matter what.
Yeah.
But new players, you're going to want to bring them into this world that we all love so much. Mm-hmm. And normally I would say, start at the start, but we're doing that around a table. And so if you're playing that demo and you're getting that, they stop when you're starting to get somewhere.
Right.
And I feel it would have been a better idea to show off what you've got. Bring us in. Give us that wow moment, and it didn't happen. Now, that said, I'm not saying I hate the game. I'm not going, this game sucks. That's not what I'm saying. This is a demo. We're early on, and there's, I'm sure, a lot more coming, and I'm sure there's a lot more behind it, and I'm excited to see that stuff. I don't think this was the best possible foot forward. I think that's a bummer because I want this game to be great. The same way I want other games that we know exist to be great. We want the best for this franchise. Mm-hmm. We want the best for Werewolf,
I'm excited that they had a demo.
Yeah.
Like, let's just start there.
That's true.
Like, it's not one article with one screenshot in one magazine one time.
That was the PlayStation game.
How long did we wait for just a trailer on another, werewolf video game?
Yes, and that was the Heat of Gaia. It's not its real name either.
But okay.
No, they had the Heart of Gaia.
Yeah.
Was the game, and that game is
Heart of Gaia.
90% complete.
And then got trashed.
Yep. You can go online. You can watch the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Wow.
They keep bringing artifacts to Karen.
Yeah, but
And then
again,
just pulled the rug.
just gone.
And I mean, I had tracks from the soundtrack on my Winamp.
There you go. But again,
Shows your age there.
No demo.
No demo. So, and that's the thing, I've been very critical on werewolf games in the past because we've been burned twice. Mm-hmm. So I don't believe you until I see a demo. So I'm thrilled to see a demo. I'm right there with you, Joey.
It's one of those, I'm just happy we got something that we can play.
I don't disagree with that. Again, I'm saying, I'm the naysayer guy, but I'm not the naysayer guy in, my normal way. I'm a little playing devil's advocate, but if you guys are giving this a 5 and we're not even there.
We're
yet.
not, yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm just making up a number right now. You're going to give a trapezoid. You do things differently here. I'm not the one going, it's a negative, whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this is a 0. This is stupid. But, if you guys give it a 10, I might give it an 8.
Right.
Because I think there was a better way to do it that would have hooked more people from Jump Street. It's not that this is bad. It's that I could see how it could be better. Mm-hmm. And that we want the best for it. Bottom line.
Right. We all want the best for it. And I'm just excited that we got to play something. Finally, we got to play something.
And I'm partial to text-based games. I played them a lot when I was younger, so
Yeah,
I enjoyed this.
There's a theory. You could look at that as an odd choice for format. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's something to be. There's room for it, definitely. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but I like the Choose Your Own Adventure books. I remember them fondly.
Oh yeah.
There's a nostalgia to that, and that was kind of our jam when we were kids.
Oh, for sure.
Talk about the famous book series by the author R.L. Stein.
No, I'm talking about the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Yeah, I know. He had a separate set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's too young for us.
Yeah.
What?
we
90s kids, man.
No, we were 80s kids, Danny.
Well, Tom knows what I'm talking about then.
Sure.
All right. Forget I said anything then, Jesus.
But if there were R.L. Stein Choose Your cool.
Yeah.
But we had them too in different venues. You had your horror ones or your fantasy ones, or I think I had a Mega Man one. I think it was an adaptation of a Mega Man game. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's crazy.
Those little flyers you'd get at elementary school.
Right,
With
yeah.
Here's the books.
Yeah.
Buy them.
Oh, yeah,
We got the Solomon Grundy seal of excellence or whatever it was.
Yeah, those it was like a little page, folded in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, shenanigans.
Oh, I screwed up with the corner.
Oh.
That was weird in my headset. I can only imagine what the listeners were going to hear.
Yes.
The Scholastic book catalog.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And they would do book fairs too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. They still do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Excellent.
My wife still puts one on. I'm not sure it's Scholastic.
Do they still have the
but
Solomon Grundy Award? Little gold seal?
I don't know. I'll have to ask.
Wow.
We're so close to just putting our ages out there.
Yeah,
It's out there. Now it is with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we said 80s kids and 90s kids. So
Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't matter.
The point is the Choose Your Own, those are cool.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my first thought when you see it's being a werewolf game, but cool.
9 foot tall murder machines,
Pong,
let's...
Pong,
Sure.
right?
Yes.
Here's the spirals, here's the guy-ins, boop, boop, boop. They're trying to keep the bomb. I understand it.
I kind of
That's
want
my
to
first
play
thought.
that. You know what I want to play? Werewolf Tetris.
I got one better.
What?
I got one better. You ready?
Okay.
Werewolf Frogger. You're a Krynos getting across the street. You just plow through all the traffic.
You win every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's like a revenge fantasy. That semi that got you all the time, and Frog, you're like, fuck you, man.
All right, well, instead of Crocs in the water, it's spirals.
I was going to say it could be
Oh.
Macaulay.
Or that.
Yeah, one's like a T-Rex for some dumb reason. One can spit fire. Those guys are wacky.
Nexus crawler pops out.
Why not?
Why not?
But it's not the first thing you think of. But I'll tell you what, if choose your adventure is not the first thing you think of.
Right.
But if the consistency of the writing, if it holds up, this could be, and let's assume it's not too long.
Okay.
I don't think a choose your own, the main story of that needs to be 40 hours. That's
No.
certainly not.
No, but you want to have it long enough.
Well, sure, but then you factor the different paths.
Yep.
I'm not expecting this to be a 40, 50 hour long adventure.
No.
That is way too long. But, the appropriate length, with the right consistency of writing, and I don't have a problem with the writing so far, this could be a great tool for new players.
Yeah.
To set them down and go play this game for maybe 10 hours. Mm-hmm. I think might be appropriate.
Right,
Yeah. That way they can get different options, get different paths, and see what they would like.
Exactly.
It gives them an idea of what kind of character they would want to make.
Well, and then they can expand with other stories later on.
Yeah.
More 10-hour stories. You can bring in your old save files.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
The continuing adventures of Aubrey.
And
Aubrey
hey.
the Forest Girl.
No.
Agatha.
Maya.
Anya?
Anya. Anya the Forest Girl.
Now, depending on how violent, just...
Well, it's a book, so.
Right. But, I can see this playing a part in school. Oregon Trail.
They did.
And
they
this-
said fuck and shit a lot in the
Mega
game.
Man did die of dysentery, so we could use someone else in that caravan.
So, in reading classrooms, to get kids interested...
No, that's true. And we know a couple teachers
We do.
who have or are trying. I don't want to put words in people's mouths, and I don't have it in writing in front of me.
Okay.
To integrate role playing into their curriculum, English teachers. We know a few from our Discord. I know at least one, Hyvidoma, who at least has talked about it.
Right, yeah.
So there's a precedent for that, at least in theory.
So, it's... Hey, you want to sit down and read this, computer game novel about something you're interested in. If you're having a harder time reading and don't want to read because it's hard, here you go. Here's something you're interested in. Here's something with bright colors. It changes. You have options.
Here's another one for you. If you don't like reading because books are stupid but werewolves are cool,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at Danny. I'm probably looking at Tom, right?
Pop-up books, man.
We had better shit to do when we were little kids than books.
Yeah. Books are stupid. Werewolves are cool.
And
I
that's
like the
going to
books that moved, man.
but that's going to get you to sit down and
Yeah.
book about a werewolf. I'll pay attention. You got me.
I wouldn't go too young with the kids trying to give them the books, though.
Well,
they do say
don't
few
backseat
swear
parent.
words in that story.
Don't backseat parent.
All right, I'm just throwing it out there.
You're never too young to be awesome.
Right, and that's why I said, it depends on how mature it is. It depends on where they take it.
That was kind of my point. Yeah, maybe stick with a little bit more maturity.
So.
Producer Joey.
Why, yes, Porter.
If you had a kid, would you let them read werewolf books? Yes or no?
Yes.
Case closed.
I do have children, and I have let them read werewolf books.
Double case closed. It's not even in theory.
Lawyer.
I just didn't want to.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I didn't want to force your hand on that, so I made it an F.
Lawyered.
So, I guess maybe it's time to... Final thoughts on this? We've talked around about it a lot.
I mean, do we wanna give it a number rating?
Now we could give it like a grade. I don't
Yeah,
know.
a grade.
People
A letter
always
grade.
like 3 out of 5. We could just give
Yeah.
it. We can be teachers now too. We're all teachers.
Okay.
Professor
I'll say
Daniel.
I'll go with a B minus. That it was still good. Okay, I take it back. It has the potential to be good, but it's got a lot of things to do before I'm really, really into it.
To be manas.
Okay.
No, I will not. But yes, B minus.
Yeah, B minus. What?
The way you said it.
I said it like a human being. Tom?
Okay. Lost
Sorry.
audio there for a second.
Just in the headphones. But okay, go ahead. You're great.
Well, I mean, I didn't get to play it, but I got to watch it. So from the one playthrough I got to watch,
Right.
I'd give it a B. I was enjoying it. I really did. I mean, none of the answers there were what I wanted.
Aw.
That did bother me. I'm sitting there like, I would not do any of these. But
Yeah. No, the options weren't there. You know.
Yeah, the options need to be expanded.
Definitely. But I did enjoy the writing, and I was hooked on the story. I did like the story.
Want more of it?
I want more. There's not enough there. I mean, I want to see more of Garu and stuff. I want to see her go through her first change first. I mean, that would have been a great intro. You're going through your first
Yeah.
change, right?
Yeah.
there.
And
That's
like
how you,
maybe
that's how you open it. First change.
Yeah. No, I like that. I'm gonna go with a B as well. I like that they actually have a demo. That we can actually play something.
It's like a letter
Anything.
grade all by itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
You went from
Like-
F to D right there.
You automatically get to the next grade.
Yep. It's like, I liked the portion of the story we saw. I didn't like the options. You know, there were some where I agreed with them, and I said, yeah, that's the option I want. But there was some where it was just like, no, there's no good option.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on the slow side, but I think it will get people who have not been interested in Werewolf the Apocalypse into that. You know, it's a gateway video game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
I just
It's
had an image of the dude tapping. I need some werewolf, man.
Gateway drug.
That's where I was.
Yeah.
That's just what flashed in my brain. So no, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think it's a gateway video game, and hopefully it'll get more girls involved, because I want to see, you know. I mean, we've heard stories of these mystical games that have multiple female gamers, but I'd like to see more female gamers. You know, just in general, because there's not a lot of us. That's my B.
All right.
You're
It's
not
down to me
allowed.
here, huh?
You're not allowed.
Not allowed?
You're not allowed.
Yeah, no.
Okay, what's your letter grade?
I'm gonna have to give it a solid D.
Okay.
Just kidding. C plus. C plus. You know, because again, I didn't hate it. You know, and if I come off harsh on a thing or dismissive on a thing, it's not because I'm being harsh or dismissive, but because I give a shit and I want it to be better. I think it suffers from, I think the pacing, again, it's too slow for a demo to bring people in. I think they've introduced a lot of, not even a lot of, but they introduce systems and then don't explain them and don't use them.
Right.
Which makes me wonder why have them. And I'm sure they have a plan, but I think, you know, is this a demo or is this a beta? And if it's a demo, then you need to show us this stuff. And if it's a beta, at least give us a sentence before the game starts to say that we have a plan for it. Just to ease some people's minds.
That is one thing I was confused about, because it says it's a demo, and it also, we know it's a beta.
Right.
'Cause it's a
Yeah,
beta
it
key
was
that you
it
get.
was a beta key.
But it also says demo in it.
Right.
Right.
And I think,
That's where we get a little confused. What is it?
because I think that needs to be graded differently depending on what it is.
Right. I'm taking it as a beta. That's why.
It was a closed beta.
But they're using the word demo. And so, like,
Right.
I'm looking at it from both ways. And again, C plus is not a bad grade.
It's passing.
Yeah,
C's get degrees.
right. I would like to see more. I'd like to see where their plan is. I don't have a problem with the writing. I just think that a slower section of the narrative wasn't a great start. I think, Tom, the first change would be brilliant. Or how about the first encounter with a totem?
Oh, that would work too.
To touch on the majesty of that, that kind of in-progress adventure. Either one, I think, would hook someone fucking immediately.
Yeah.
Well, definitely hook people with werewolf knowledge.
Yeah,
but
because-
someone without it, it's kind of.
But it's exciting.
It is
And
exciting
what is
because
this?
you're interacting with a spirit.
Yeah, well, your first change even, because I think your idea is probably better. You describe
Yeah.
how the body changes and contorts and how that character feels, and you go from the fear to the rush and the exhilaration, the excitement and that rage all at once like that. Did we just lose Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Danny checked out.
I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
Sorry, Danny.
Sorry, Danny.
Yikes. But, I think that would have really hooked somebody. When I did Werewolf 2, the comic in the second edition, and I'm reading, I got fascinated. I wasn't excited that one time there was a kid named Evan who didn't know where he was. I was excited when he got home and his dad hit him for sneaking out, and then he had his first change,
Ooh.
and then there were black spirals.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
that's gonna hook you right there.
Yeah, it wasn't the I'm walking home now, it's dark out. That wasn't the exciting part. So I would have liked to see more of that, and I'm sure we will. That's the thing. This is early on, and there's room for more.
They could even start it like you went through your first change, but you didn't know it. You start off, you're in the woods, blood all over you.
Right? Create a mystery.
Just yeah.
There's a lot of there's options there. I don't agree with the one they took. That's not the end of the world, but I gotta go C plus.
Yeah.
And again, I'm excited for the next version to come out, the next build or whatever. I'm hoping that they're gonna get a B, maybe even an A minus, and just shove that right in my craw.
Oh, that would be neat.
Go, hey Porter, how you like us now? And I'm gonna tell you, I'll like you just fine. I'll be excited to see it.
That would be awesome.
But we've lost contact with Daniel Tyson.
Yeah, so
And that's just going to be the way it is for the rest of the episode. But I think it's about that time anyway.
right.
So I know we have a Cubs Corner.
Do
Or
we
did
have-
Danny have the Cubs Corner?
No, I think our Cubs Corner was about totems.
Yes.
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 How do you pick a totem?
Yes. How I do totems in
Okay.
my games is I will get the group together. And I mean, you guys have done this, so this isn't news to you. And I will tell you to go through the books and pick your favorite 5 totems. The ones you like the best, the ones you think would be best for the group, out of character.
No, it's not necessarily our favorite. Because, my favorites aren't necessarily the same choices I would make if I were thinking about the group and what totem would be best for my character and my group.
Well, that's true, but this also isn't your first rodeo.
Okay.
Where for Tom, it was Tom's first rodeo, so it's pick the 5 you think are the best.
And it was 5 that helped Ragabash.
Well, yeah.
But, so you have to cater that toward your group and where they are and how you want to. The important thing is it's out of character. You're ranking them 1 to 5. And then so I take all those collected, and then I give them point values. So everyone's number 1 pick got 5 points, and everyone's number 5 pick got 1 point. And there's going to be crossover. I promise you there will be crossover.
At least one.
At least one. So you take the one with the most votes in common, and that's the totem. Provided there isn't a editorial problem. And if
Yeah,
there's a
that could happen.
it can. And if there's a tiebreaker, that's storyteller discretion.
Okay.
Storyteller's your tiebreaker. This way, you do this way because now everyone has had a say in what the totem is, but no one knows what the totem is until game time.
Yeah.
So you make them pick out a character, and not in character, because that's not how the game works.
Right.
You don't get
right.
to pick your totem.
Yeah.
Totem picks you. And you trust your character, your players, not to share the knowledge. You don't talk about what you picked. You can't stop them from it, but you make sure they know that you're only going to spoil it for yourself.
Right. And I think telling the players not to talk about it or asking them not to talk about it it is an important nugget to throw in there.
Yep. Because what happens is everyone gets together and goes, well, I put 3 in Bear. Bear's my number 1 pick. Well, Bear's my number 2 pick. Well, Bear's my number 3 pick. Well, it's Bear. Doesn't matter if there's 2 other people in the group. It's Bear now. And now you've just ruined the surprise for your story.
Yeah.
Good job.
Because when you go on that totem quest and, something comes out of the darkness, oh, hey, look, it's Bear. And it's not a shock, it's not a surprise, and it's not a, ooh.
Yep, you're just cheating yourself.
Yeah.
But that's how I do it. That's how I've always done it. I feel it's the most diplomatic way to do it because then everyone gets a say at some point. Mm-hmm. At least 2 people are happy every time.
Well, after your totem quest, you can always talk about your ranking, the way you ranked it.
Yep.
Right, after the totem quest, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's how I do that.
It's a completely fair way of doing it.
Yeah, thank you. Simple as that. Quick answer, easy answer. But the question came up recently. I know that, so that's why. And that's it for us this week, I believe.
Yep.
So I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. We remind you that, YouTube has just launched. I mean, there's not a lot there's to play through. So if you want to go on there and watch that Let's Play, we break it into 3 parts.
Right.
And it's a lot of fun.
It is.
We tell jokes and we have fun, and that's all it is lighthearted fun.
And we harass each other.
Oh yeah, we do. Big shock. You've heard us before? Hey, welcome. Again, thanks for joining us. Please, if you like what you've heard, give us some reviews. Give us the 5 stars, the thumbs up, the written reviews. That all helps us get to other people who will like the show hopefully as much as you do, maybe even more. A little less, we'll still let them listen. If you want to support us, we'd love you for it. We've got our Patreon. We still, for now, have a PayPal up, but go for the Patreon because you'll get shit back.
Right.
And, we have our merch store. If you want stickers, you want buttons, you want shirts, you want a coffee mug.
Mousepad.
We got other stuff. We're going to have Tom designing some hats soon.
Yep.
That's a plan. That's a very real plan for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that hat in there, it's no good. We're going to get some better hats.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Tom has a problem with that.
I instantly had a problem.
He's our hat connoisseur. He's gonna make it work for us. But I'm Porter. We got producer Joey. We've got Tommy Fours, and on behalf of Danny, who's lost in the ether somewhere, we want to thank you for sticking with us. Your support means the world to us. Take care of each other. Be excellent to each other, and we will see you next time. We'll see you.